December 25th was not an average day for BAM inhabitants. 2 foreshocks shook the city at 3 in the afternoon and 10 at night. Everyone went to bed unsure of what was happening or what would follow. What occurred was worse than one would have imagined. People were awoken to a shock which was followed by the main earthquake only 35 minutes after. At 5:26 a.m. on December 26th of 2003, the sleeping city was faced with a situation they had never been prepared for. The city of BAM and surrounding areas were economically and physically unequipped with handling a catastrophic event of this magnitude. The violent shaking which many Iran citizens awoke to was later discovered to have been caused by a blind fault directly under the city of BAM. The rupture was caused by a strike-slip fault directly lying underneath the city of BAM. It resulted in an earthquake ranking 6.6 on the Richter scale and had a huge impact on human life. Between 31,000 and 43,000 lives were lost, and of the remaining alive, 20,000 suffered injuries serious enough to require hospitalization. The population of the city only reached approximately 142,000, therefore a large percentage was gone. About 5,000 children were orphaned. What made things worse was the fact that all 3 hospitals and 122 health centers had been destroyed by the earthquake, leaving citizens helpless. 400 people became disabled and 75,000 were left homeless because of the building's destruction. 100% of the buildings were destroyed to some capacity, 90% of them being destroyed almost completely. 30 out of 64 irrigation systems failed, and transportation, although moderately damaged, was able to recover quickly. Nonetheless, it would take 3 to 5 years for the city to recover from its losses and reconstruct, costing up to $1.5 billion throughout the process. The landscape being uninhabitable as a result of the city being destroyed to rubble meant that the recovery process would not be easy. Citizens knew that they must take procedures and precautions in the future in order to protect themselves and their losses for future catastrophes. Many new buildings which had fallen were rebuilt, while guidelines were put in place to make homes and architecture safer and sturdier. Permits issued on these buildings would prevent and keep citizens safe in the event of another earthquake, especially during the reconstruction process.